Buongiorno, buon popolo. Although it has been half-term this week, education has been in the news. The past 14 months have been an upheaval for everyone, but perhaps no more so than for our children at school, college and university. Lockdowns and studying at home, often competing for IT resources whilst missing out on the social aspects of school life and extracurricular activities, let alone socialising with their friends, hobbies, sports, clubs and societies. The need for social distancing has meant that even when they've been in school, pupils have had to stay in bubbles, wear face coverings and be subject to constant hand sanitising, testing and quarantining. I know that you don't need me to remind you what it's been like for all of us, but for young people, all the time the question has also been about academic progress. Whether it's early years children learning to read and socialise, teens taking GCSEs and A-levels without public examinations, or those applying to university and college without even knowing that the courses might happen. Meanwhile, for those who have started university or college in lockdown, all their lectures have been online and they try to live away from home and learn to be independent without any of the traditional frameworks and rituals of student life. Of course, young people are resilient. They are adaptable, creative and imaginative, and they take their cue from their adults. So their capacity to manage is shaped by how we have managed, and by and large, for most people, it's been okay. But we mustn't forget that where resources are thin, where there isn't always enough family support, or where other external pressures impinge upon them, the capacity of children and young people to study, learn and develop has been hampered. One commentator early on in the pandemic observed that for all of us, life will be shaped as BC, before coronavirus, and AC, after coronavirus. This week's political fallout is the argument about funding for what the government call catch-up, but educationalists are rightly wary of this kind of talk. It suggests that children are like industrial process that only need a bit more input to somehow achieve the same result. Would it not be better to find ways of ensuring that our young people grow as a result of the pandemic, not in spite of it? I know that some have developed a deeper awareness of what's precious in life, the importance of family and real human relationships rather than the virtual world upon which so much social media is predicated. I hope it also leads them to ask big questions about how society functions, what society values, and how they have a part in shaping our society. You might have noticed this year that the spring has been delayed because April and May have been so wet and cold. See John Telfer's latest weather report to see just how cold and wet it's been, and to see how the growth of plants, trees and flowers has been affected. Now that it's warmer again, they are blossoming and they will fruit, but on a different timescale. And so it will be with our young people. I'd like to pay tribute to all the children and young people in our church family, especially those who are now about to move from school to sixth form, college and university, as well as those who have almost got to the end of another school year, and to assure them of the prayerful support and encouragement of the whole church community. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up the light of his countenance upon you and give you peace. Amen.